Hi there, I'm Ed Moses, and welcome back to Project Mindset. Have you ever heard anybody say the statement, act on your highest excitement? You know, that is something that I just recently heard, and, well, not real recently, but we'll say within like a 3 to 4 month period. I had discovered Bashar. I don't know if you know who Bashar is, but he is channeled through Daryl Anka. He is an extraterrestrial. That's a little confusing. Maybe you don't even believe it, and that's fine. I don't care. But the messages are great. But here's the thing. Around fall, I discovered this by accident. I was watching Gregg Braden videos, and that popped up on the side, and so I clicked on it, and I'm like, wow, this is fascinating. And I couldn't believe how weird Bashar was talking. It didn't click to me. The guy was channeling. You know, I had no idea. And then finally it's like, oh, okay. Because I think I caught a video about, you know, aliens on, you know, life on other planets and all that, and it started to click to me. But anyway, that's where I first heard the term, act on your highest excitement. And, you know, as we're growing up, and you know, our parents are teaching us, our, you know, people around us are teaching us, that, you know, you have obligations in life. And these obligations could be anything from a job, you know, taking care of bills, to just everyday things that become you know, just like a habit to you on a daily basis you don't even think about, and you get into you know, this regimen of doing the same things all the time. And what happens with a lot of us is there's these things that happen to us that kind of trigger like an interest, or kind of like tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, look here, or you should be doing this, or doing that, or hey, you should go here, or go talk to that person. Whatever it is, they're triggers. They're little taps on the shoulders that are trying to get your attention to go do something else for a reason. You don't know why. And what's happened over the years is we've become kind of immune to ignoring that. And I think the reason is because we have these belief systems that say, oh, ignore that, it doesn't mean anything. And what I've started to learn recently is, don't ignore that. It does mean something. Nothing is an accident. Things happen for a reason. I firmly believe that now. And let me explain a few things. Let me give you a couple examples of something very minute. You'll probably think they're minute, but to me it's like, it kind of blows me away. A couple months ago, I had watched, I have the book already, it's called The Secret. And I bought the book, and one day I was flipping around on YouTube and the movie came up, The Secret, and I'm watching it and I was enjoying it, but it kept advertising. I was getting a little annoyed with it, and I'm like, you know, I would like to have my own DVD of this. I'd like to have my own movie so that I could sit, watch it, rewatch it, you know, whatever I want to do whenever I want to with it. And so that came to my mind. It was very brief. I thought about it, and it was, yeah, maybe I'll have to go find one day. Maybe I'll eBay it or something, or Amazon, who knows. But anyway, you know, I kind of like just let it go then, and a few days later, it was a weekend, okay, and I'm like, it was Saturday morning, I remember this. I had this urge to go to this, it's a discount store called Ollie's. They're a buyout type store. And I had this urge to go to Ollie's, and I'm like, I don't know why I need to go there, but I don't know, I just want to go. I just want to go. I don't know why. Something tells me I need to go there. So anyway, I drive over to Ollie's later that day, and I'm walking around. They sell books. They sell a lot of, like I said, it's a buyout. They don't sell, you know, the stuff is new, but it's buyouts. So they get what they get. It's not like they're going to get bestsellers or anything. Its chances are pretty slim to none they will not. But anyway, I'm going in there, and I'm looking around, and suddenly my eyes are drawn to The Secret. There's the book laying there, and I was like, how odd, you know, well, I can't believe that's here, you know, I thought it was kind of a big deal. And so I picked the book up, and it says, the free copy of the DVD movie included. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay, I picked the book up. I'm buying that because I wanted the DVD, and it was only like $4, you know. And so I'm like, and I started thinking. You know, I left the store. I bought a few other things, but I left the store, and I'm thinking to myself, how'd that happen? I would never even consider looking at that store to even buy that book. That's something I would have gone to like Barnes and Noble for, or you know, bought on Amazon, or found it on eBay or something. I would never have thought to look there. So anyway, you know, boom, I got home with that book, and you know, I started thinking, it's like, man, that's just, you know, from, you know, acting on your highest excitement started to run through my head. You know, it's like, I acted on my highest excitement. I know it's kind of a minute little example, but it happened. And okay, today was odd too. This happened to me, and I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that I've been very present lately, accepting the moment, not worrying about time, or worrying about anything else, and just enjoying myself, and just being very open to what the universe kind of brings to me, you know. And so I'm making breakfast, and you know, I sit down, I'm watching some stuff, and I go back, take the dishes to my kitchen, and I'm like thinking to myself, I need to go to Big Lots today. And I kind of stop, and I'm like, why do I need to go to Big Lots? I really don't need to go to Big Lots. And something keeps saying, you need to go to Big Lots. I knew I needed coconut milk. I make a lot of Thai food and stuff, and I use coconut milk instead of regular milk. I don't like dairy products all that much. And so anyway, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just going to go. There's 2 of them near me. I live in a small town where there isn't anything, you know, major name stores like that. And so I'm like, do I go to the one on the town east of me, or the town west of me? And you know, it's like something keeps pulling me to the town west of me. So I jump in my car and I go down. I go to that Big Lots, and so I go in the store. As soon as I walk in, they had a whole cart full of my favorite cereal sitting there for like $1. It's organic cereal. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. How can this be, you know? So I ended up buying out all the cereal that they had, because they had like 15 boxes left. I bought it all because within a week, in a week's time, I'll eat almost 2 boxes of that cereal, so it'll be gone in no time. And man, it's like, that's weird. Is that why I was drawn here? And so anyway, I finished my shopping, and then there's a Goodwill store next door, and I always go through because I like to dig through books and find some, you know, books people discard because they read them, they're in the way, whatever. So anyway, I go over there, and I'm looking around, and boom, there's books there that are like on my subject, things that I'm interested in and been researching lately, and like, crap, how can that be? So, you know, because I had pretty much cleaned them out. I thought I cleaned them out like a few months ago. I had bought like 30 books over there because they had 4 for $1, so I just keep going through it because I love books. And so anyway, I go home, and I'm just thinking to myself, wow, you know, if I wouldn't have acted on my highest excitement to go like I was being beaconed, I wouldn't have known this stuff was there. I wouldn't have caught these deals. None of this would have happened to me today. And you know, I know these are like really small. A lot of people think that's probably just a coincidence, you know. But like I said, I don't believe in a coincidence. I believe things happen for a reason. And for some reason, I mean, it's like, why was I thinking I have to go there? I didn't. It's Sunday, and I really don't go anywhere on Sunday. I just kind of relax around the house and do whatever I feel like doing, and I'm just, you know. But anyway, I did that. But, you know, a lot of people, you know, I know those are minute little examples, but it happens on a larger scale too. And a lot of people, you know, they start, if they get into the habit, they do start acting on their greatest excitement. What happens to some people is, and maybe a lot of people, they don't see the result right away, and they're like, this doesn't work. I've been acting on it, and this doesn't work. I haven't got what I want yet. And the thing to realize is this: my 2 examples were like really small. They didn't affect anybody. You know, not on a large scale. Now, if you have a large scale desire, a large scale goal, and this is something that you're striving for, and you've been acting on your highest excitement to get towards it, you've got to understand that a lot of times things don't just manifest that easily. They don't manifest easily for a couple reasons. And one of them is because there's other people that, you know, what you want is going to change their life too, somehow. You know? So you've got that. So, and then the other thing is, because of that, you know, things have to fall into a synchronization. And in order for things to synchronize, everything has to be lined up just right. And if it's not lined up right, it's not going to happen. And so it's almost like, and this sounds crazy, you got to wait your turn in many ways. It's not that what you have isn't going to happen, or what you want isn't going to happen. It's just that what you want takes more time. It's not something that can just, boom, it's done. It's not like that, you know. Your wish is my command and it's done. It doesn't happen that way. So maybe some simple things can manifest pretty easily like that, but when you're talking about, you know, life-changing things that can affect other people's lives as well, you've got to wait sometimes in order to actually achieve that stuff. But okay, so some people ask the question, so how do I know when to act on my highest excitement? A lot of people just don't know when. And here's the thing, we tend to live in a high anxiety type of lifestyle, most people in this world, in this country in particular. And so what happens is, you know, we're worried about time, we're worried about obligations, we're worried about money, we're worried about all this stuff, and we're trying to fit all this into a certain amount of time, thinking that it has to be done this way. So what happens is your conscious mind is constantly churning, trying to figure things out that it probably can't figure out, and it creates a very low vibrational standpoint for you. In other words, it can create a negative attitude. And you know, anytime people are stressed out, it's a negative state, and it creates a very low vibrational level. And so now, what I'm going to ask you to do is this: if you want to be able to start detecting what is your highest excitement at any time, you need to be able to say, okay, I'm going to shut these anxieties off, these fears off. I'm not going to worry about things anymore. I'm going to accept the present moment. I'm just going to be in the present moment. I'm going to let things happen. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to laugh more. And you know, if it takes you watching funny movies, if it takes you watching inspirational stuff, whatever it takes, keep yourself at that higher level. And don't think about things that bother you. Just forget it. You know, life is supposed to be happy anyway. So get yourself in that state, and what starts to happen is this: because you're in a good state, you're at a high vibration, these messages that are coming from the higher mind are actually now able to come through to you when before they could not. And I know, you know, maybe that sounds a little crazy, but no, I completely, fully, 150% believe this, because I see it happening all the time in my life. You know, I mean, I draw things to myself, and it's just, sometimes I shake my head, and how did that happen? I really don't get it, but I'm happy. You know, I find things sometimes that I just can't believe I found. And I get deals on things sometimes that I can't believe I got a deal on, you know. I mean, it's just the craziest thing. I consider myself one of the luckiest people alive sometimes. It blows my mind. So, but anyway, that to me, if you can master that, you know, putting yourself in a positive state, if you can master that, I strongly feel that you can put yourself into that vibration or that position where you actually start to pick up messages that the higher mind is trying to give to you that you would otherwise not have noticed. It's really a state of mind. It's really emotion. It's not what you think about. Sometimes, you know, people think, well, if I'm going to manifest something, I got to think about it and it'll eventually happen. Well, no. Actually, you have to be in the right vibrational state when you think about it, and stay in that vibrational state, you know, so that you could pick up on the cues that you're supposed to be picking up on, so that you are going the right direction to receive what it is that you asked for. So anyway, you know, when I created Project Mindset, I was looking for a better way of doing things, and I created it under that instinct that there is a better way of doing things. So the way you use Project Mindset is really up to you. And you know, I know one thing, and one thing for sure, is that it's just plain a better way. And I see it every day in my life. You know, the things that I practice every day that I try to inspire people with through Project Mindset work. They work. You know, so don't discount things that don't make sense to you, because sometimes it's those little things that actually make the big difference. So anyway, I'm Ed Moses, and this is probably going to be a long video. I have a feeling it lasted a while, but I really appreciate you watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye now.